That doesn't really make it harder.
That's true.
That's awesome. He did it.
Where do I stand?
Wherever you want.
Oh, there's a big blue X. Come on, I lined that one up. Nobody bid on it.
Punk, fighting here in Chicago obviously made sense for the UFC. I mean, you're going to sell some tickets, draw some interest. What about you? Did you want to fight here in Chicago, or does it bring some challenges with it that maybe you didn't want?
Jeez, I mean, a fist fight in Cleveland is, to me, no different than a fist fight in Chicago. There's a little bit added pressure, but I started watching. I wouldn't know, and I'd be fine with it ever. But as weird as it sounds, like I'll be fine fighting, but just the training, it's just, I don't know. I'm like a weirdo.
I was gonna say, how's it different? I mean,
I don't know. It just is.
And given you just pro wrestling in so many different cities for so many different years.
I know, wrestling in front of hundreds of thousands of people in my underwear, but it's just different. I have anxiety, and it's a thing that, I mean, I barely go to punk shows anymore, because like being in a crowd of people, I'm just kind of like, this is starting to freak me out now that I'm talking about it. Like, Duke wasn't here too, and it's more or less, I definitely want to get one in with my team in a little bit, like right at 9 when I'm scheduled to fight.
Is anxiety something you deal with in day-to-day life?
Unfortunately,
a lot of different things?
Yeah, unfortunately it is, and I think I can tell when I know I'm anxious or my wife is, because it's amplified via our dog Larry. But when he's freaking out, I kind of step back and I go, I probably gotta calm down and work on something.
How concerned were you that the trial was going to impact what's happening this week?
I mean, I was more concerned that the trial was going to impact my life and my wife's life, and it did. And I just try to find positive ways that it impacted it. It made me more hyper-focused on the fight, believe it or not. It made me more conscious of every minute of every day, to wake up and train, to go take care of business in court, to spend after hours with my lawyers, to go back home to train again. It was difficult, but it was easy because I could compartmentalize it enough, and it was what I needed to do to get to this point. So Saturday, I know I did all the hard work.
Have you gotten any messages of encouragement from Duncan Keith or any other friends on the Blackhawks leading up to this fight?
No, I haven't. A lot of them aren't super huge MMA fans, you know what I mean? So I haven't gotten. I'm sad now. I didn't get a message from Duncan. Maybe I will now. No, I haven't. They're busy doing their own thing, and they're hopefully enjoying some downtime. There's a lot of tired legs on that team, so hopefully they're enjoying themselves.
You expect them to bounce back next year?
I do expect them to bounce back next year, just like I expect myself to bounce back on Saturday.
What do you make of the way Mike Jackson promoted this fight? Doesn't want to call you CM Punk, kind of talks the smack a little bit.
He doesn't want to call me CM Punk?
Only wants to call you Phil Brooks.
Cool. I don't know. I don't pay attention to it. And I think the people, the fans who are angry that people call me CM Punk or I use the name CM Punk are the same ones who couldn't tell you what Crow Cop's real name is, that call a man Korean Zombie, and they refer to Quentin Jackson as Rampage. So what the fuck's the difference?
Speaking of your nickname, are you surprised at how many headlines came out when you revealed what it actually meant? Like, that seemed like a bigger deal than the trial.
People are strange, man. They whatever they think is interesting. A lot of times I don't. But I mean, that wasn't a secret. That wasn't like
it was a big deal online.
I thought it was Chuck Mosley.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
Ronda Rousey is a good friend of yours. Have you imparted any words to her about her wrestling transition?
The only thing I've ever told her was to just have fun. I don't know what it's like back there in this current environment. I know she'd probably get treated differently, just as like I know I get probably treated differently here. The only thing I ever told her was just, I know you probably got a lot of people telling you, do this, don't do this. I said, just whatever you do when you go out there for WrestleMania, make sure you have fun, period.
Did you watch her match at all?
No, I did not. I saw a couple of clips here and there. It's still, when I say it's hard for me to watch wrestling, it's not like an anxiety thing. It's not like I can't do it. I literally can't get through like 8 seconds without being like, okay, I can't. I'm bored. I gotta watch something else. They got like, it's like going to a baseball game at Citi Field. I like Wrigley Field. It's old school. Going to a baseball game at Citi Field, it's like a guy takes ball 4 and they blow off fireworks and there's LED screens on everything, and like wrestling now is completely like that. There's LED screens everywhere and there's flashing lights, and I feel like I'm gonna have like a seizure.
How about non-WWE wrestling now?
Same thing. I don't know why. Subconsciously, there's like a disconnect. Like I see clips of stuff. Like I know Kenny Omega's the hot guy, and he's probably one of the better guys in the world right now. But it's the same thing. Like I'll watch clips of matches. I don't see myself watching like a full match. I just can't do it.
You talk about being a fan of
Last
punk
question,
music.
guys.
Is it kind of the gloss of wrestling that has drawn you away from it? It's a little bit too glossy, too mainstream now. It's not quite as cool as it was when you were trying and getting into it when you were younger.
I mean, I think it's definitely too glossy, but it's been like that for a very long time. You know, my jam was house shows before they started calling them live events, where it was a curtain and a ring and a light above the ring. That was my jam. That was my world. That was where I liked to thrive.
PWG?
PWG was different when I worked there. It was a lot different. I think I might have had the worst PWG match of all time as well. I think that might actually be a statistic.
How do you compare
Last one, Steve.
fighting at home? You know, you've been in thousands of wrestling matches here in Chicago, and this is your first time fighting in Chicago. How much does that mean to you? Because this is the first time you've done something new that's not wrestling here.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be challenging, and it's going to be exciting. There's good energy here with people from Chicago. You know, I know not everybody's gonna like me. I just love this city so damn much. You know, and it's the people in this city that have laid the foundation for me having success at any level at anything I've ever done. You know, I just draw from this place and the people that live here and inhabit it. It's just, I don't know, it's just something about this place that I've always just been, you know, drawn to. I'm fortunate to come from here, and I will rep it until I die. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you.